Number 7 gives us a large table that represents the number of runs scored by several baseball teams during the season. It then asks which box plot correctly represents the data. So remember, for these box plots, we're always presented with 5 major points. We're always presented with the lower extreme, the lower quartile, the median, upper quartile, and upper extreme. So, in order for us to see which one is graphed appropriately, we need to find those values. So, I always start off by finding the median. So, find the median first. The median is going to be your middle number. When I work towards the center of this, let's see where we land. Let's see, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And in the middle, we have two 150s. So this one's a little tricky because they're both the same number. But technically, we're still supposed to say, hey, if there are two numbers in the middle, you need to add those two numbers and then divide by 2. So we're going to say that 150 plus 150 equals 300, and that divided by 2 equals 150. So the median is going to be 150. Now, once you find your median, the second easiest thing to find would be your lower extreme and your upper extreme. That's just your biggest number and your smallest number. Okay? So, the biggest number I see here is 121. Let's call that the upper extreme. And then the smallest number I see is 129. Let's call that the lower extreme. All right. Now, the final step would be to find the quartiles. Hopefully, you remember that the quartiles are just the medians of your upper and lower half. All right. So, on this one, because we said 150 plus 150 divided by 2, we should say that the median exists right here, which means when you find your upper and lower quartiles, we need to include the 150 in that number. So when I'm working to find the upper quartile, include this one. This shows us that we have one number in the middle. That's 175. That will represent the upper quartile. Let's look at the lower half. Let's do the same thing down there. But we need to include this 150. So let's work towards the middle. Mark out that number. Mark out that number. Mark out that number. This shows us that 142 is the lower quartile. So there's our 5-number summary. We have, let's go from least to greatest. We have the 129. We have the 142. We have the 150. We also have 175. And then 221. So we're looking for the box plot that contains these 5 numbers. So let's go searching. Let's just post that right here. All right, 129. Let's find the smallest number of 129. 129. All of those have that. All right, let's find the biggest number, 221. 221. Okay, let's look for the median of 150. Let's see, that's 150, 150, 150. Oh, D says 160, so it cannot be answer choice D. All right, now let's look for the quartiles. Lower quartile of 142. Well, this says that's 142. That's 142. Oh, this one is more like 132. So it can't be answer choice C. Now let's find the upper quartile. The upper quartile here is 175. So let's see. That's 175. This one would be 190, so it cannot be that. So the answer choice would have to be answer choice A. And again, the reminder is for your box plot, you have your box that contains your lower quartile, median, and upper quartile. And then you have your whiskers that point to your extremes.